So the Professor Dr. Dolphy Gilpin, as we continue here with pursuing the century, and we have reached the alpha mark of the alpha century here, and here we go, 51. We have Y, Z, and A, 5, 5, I know we read 6. We have a new turnaround of the alphabet here. We have V1I for 8, and now we have C, 51-1, C, 51-2, C, 51-3, C, 51-4, C, 51-5, C, 51-6, C, 51-7, C, 51-8, and Z, 5. Alpha century marker completed. This would be the first century outside of the USA. '52, we have YZ, B, C, and D, all to the 6th differential order. And we have now C, 52-1, C, 52-2, C, 52-3, C, 52-4, C, 52-5, C, 52-6, C, 52-7, C, 52-8, and a C, V1. And for those who are, must have a lot of tests going on here, test cricket and test chemistry. Revision 52 would be tellurium, 51 would be antimony, and 50-10. As we go along here, going off to the century now, B, C, D, E, F, G, this would be iodine going up here now. V1, 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 and here we have C, 53-1, C, 53-2, C, 53-3, C, 53-4, C, 53-5, C, 53-6, C, 53-7, and C, 53-8. And we have now F. Psychologically, we used to be sort of scared of the F when we see F, but for me it's just fluorine chemistry. And we know fluorine is a very reactive of the halogen family there. So F, no longer scared of F, but F represents now for me fluorine chemistry. So we have F6, 54, going along. H, I, J, V1, 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 and C, 54-1, C, 54-2, C, 54-3, C, 54-4, C, 54-5, C, 54-6, C, 54-7, and C, 54-8. And this would be now I, V1. 55, K, L, and M, V1, 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 C, 55-1, C, 55-2, C, 55-3, C, 55-4, C, 55-5, C, 55-6, C, 55-7, C, 55-8, and we have L, V1. 56, K. We have now N, O, and P, 6, 6, and 6. Let's sort of introduce a new notation here for a moment. That we at least we have a 6 in this thing when we just have no C55. We just know this, all this row would be 56. So we just have the 1, C2, that would be 55, 1, 55, 2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8. Now we have some extras here. When you hit the ball and you don't know, so you run some singles in between. So this will be 56, and let's just use for the first and the last. Represent all this row will be 56. And here we have now OV1. 57 lanthanum. Barium lanthanum. QRS V1 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 58 cerium. Go C57-1, C57-2, C57-3 with meticulously 74, C57-5, C57-6, C57-7, and C57-8. I have no R, V1, T, U, V, IVs, V1, V1, and V1. 6 differential order here. C, 58, 1, C58, 2, C58, 3, C58, 4, C58, 5, C58, 6, C58, 7, C58, 8, and that will be a U, V1, 59, W, X, Y, V1s, C59, 1, C59, 2, C59, 3, C X V1 and 60 Z6 and A7 V2R B V2R, and so we have C61, C62, C63, C64, C65, C66, C67, C68. Now we have, A V dot to the 7 differential order. So we have 6 to 1 as we move along here. We have no C, V11, D, V11, and E, V11. We have C, 6 to 1, 1, C, 6 to 1, 2. We have now C, 3, C4, C5, C6, C7, and C8. And we have D to the V11. 6 to 2, we have now F, G, and H, V11, V11, V11. And this is one of my favorite things, 62, one of my engineering mark. Samarium, and this has atomic weight of about 150, I believe, close to 150, if you want to work with that. 6 to 1 would be, 60 would be neodymium, 6 to 1 would be promethium, and 62 samarium. So here we go, C. Six to 2, 1, C, 6 to 2, 2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8. As I reach up here, the boundaries are getting more frequent here. Take out the meticulous singles at times. We have some boundaries over there, but we didn't drop them in as after 50, then you know that your century is in view. All right, so here we go. 62, and so that will be G7. Someone struck a 7 chord in music here, it seems. 63. That's be europium. And so we have now I, J, K, and europium with an atomic weight of about 151 along the line here. Samarium and europium has a very close atomic weight. So here we go. And so we have 7th here, 7th, 7th, C, 63, 1, C, 63, 2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, and J, V11. Cricket getting very excited here after 50. Some boundaries coming in consecutively here now. 6 to 4, gadolinium. And here we have L, M, and N, V11, V11, V11. And here we have now C, 6 to 4, 1, C, 2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, and C, 6 to 4, 8. That look like a 6. And it's now M, V11. 6 to 5, O, P, Q, V11, 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 C, that is terbium, C65-1, C65-2, C65-3, C65-4, C65-5, C6, C7, C8, P7, and 66 here, R, S, T, V11, 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 and you have now C66-1, it's like a lot of 6 coming together here. Resemble some 6. 2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, and C8, and that would be now P S V 12. Gadolium, terbium, '67 is osmium, UVW, this would be disporcium, dy, a symbol of dy here, disporcium, 67 osmium, and here we have now C67-1, C67-2, C67-3, C67-4, C67-5, C67-6, C67-7, and C8, 67-8, and we have now V 12. And 68 here, another score in my professional engineering back there with the Board of Education, and that's erbium. So we have for erbium, UVW. So some certain numbers are significant to me, really, for it represents some intrinsic activity here. 68, one of my professional engineering mark here, and that's for erbium. And erbium has an atomic weight of 168. So it was easy to remember as 68 atomic number and 168 atomic weight. Okay, so we have UVW X, Y, Z, V11, V11, and V11. C68-1, C2, C3, C4, C5, 68-5, C, erbium 6, C, erbium 7, and C, erbium 8. And let's have now Y, yttrium over here, V11. And let's have some excellent feeling here. close it off here with some excellent feeling. Six to nine, that represents toluene, TM. We have A, B, and C, and that represents now 8, V111, V111, and let's call it V8 here. We have now C, 691, C, 692, C, 693, C, 694, C, 695, C, 696, C, C, and B, V3I. So we'll take a break at 6 to 9 here, and we'll return. The water clot is coming on the field here, so we could do a little bit of refreshment. In the meantime, let's highlight the board here. Magnification view. And so we completed our half a century there, the half a century marker. And we have gone on to 6 to 9. We have some 4s and 6 in rapid succession in this interval as the batsman gained confidence after his half a century. So we have some consecutive 4s and 6s here.